Well, Scott?
Yes.
Are you expecting anyone else
Nope.
today?
Nope. Shirley's here.
Okay, we'll go ahead and have you visit with us.
Very good.
Did some cleaning.
You did?
Not enough.
Sauce drunk.
There you go. Well, we're very happy to announce that we're certainly working towards bringing the hotel to Lakeview. We have entered into a development agreement with the developers. This development firm is the Boulders development firm, same firm that has developed the Boulders Hotel down in Denison. Okay, so they would look to come locate on the north side of the lake around the Sac Beach area. So you've been looking at that plat. It's right there in these three sections. It's the middle section.
It's towards the north end.
No. When you look at this plat, this plat sits in there, so here's the north end. It sits in that middle third, so that's it. That is that middle third there. And this would then propose to have the hotel be down here on the south end. Okay? These lots down here, there are some platted residential lots along the street, and the hotel would be directly then in back of those residential lots. Okay, they're looking at a 30-unit hotel, and basically it is a hotel. It would have the 30 rooms, business center, fitness center, has an area for a hot breakfast, but that's basically it. They often ask about swimming pool. There would be no swimming pool proposed, and as of right now, nothing along the lines of meeting rooms or anything like that, although some of that is still up in the air a little bit, partly because of the way that the organization is structured. There's the three people down from Denison who are the basic leaders of the project, the original investors into the project, but there is now up to, I think, 16 or 18 shares that have been sold, that have been purchased generally by local people. So there's a huge ownership percentage of this that is local residents. So when they talk about how they're going to make decisions amongst their group themselves, whether they include a meeting room, that type of stuff, still somewhat up in the air because there's some differing opinions about that. But as of right now, 30 units, and that's basically it.
What's the size of the improvement of the project? I mean, what's the dollar amount?
Dollar size is about 1.7 million.
Is this a road?
This will be a road.
So, even there's houses possibly in here or
Yes.
something.
Yep.
But you've got, actual easement and road.
Yes.
There'll be a road.
When this
So
was
that took-
platted as Tripp's First Edition, that is Lot 4 of Tripp's First Edition, but it was reserved for future road use. And so when Tripp's sold this parcel, about 10 acres, this was included with that sale. So that is the access point for the road. But all of these lands that is shown in the plat, anything that is platted out to be a road, of course, is dedicated as public right of way.
The sign will be visible from the highway, but the motel will overlook the lake.
Well, I want, we happened to bike around the lake last night. And I just was thinking that it was going to be up here, and I thought, it might be better if it was closer to the lake, which it is. But having access out the highway and the signs.
Well, and the rest of the property.
Yes, the Boulders Group has purchased that entire 10 acres, and they would remain as the owner of everything. With the area being platted out into those additional lots, with certainly everybody's on board with the notion that those would be aggressively marketed then for additional development.
So it's, going to the 1 or 2 comp meetings, that's residential, zone residential, or mixed use.
For the moment, it's owned as this. Actually, tonight we got council meetings, where the remainder of that R3 portion in the center there will get rezoned as commercial. The planning and zoning's already been through that and would recommend that the rezoning take place.
And you can do that because it's contiguous to the commercial along the highway.
Yeah, no concerns. When you look at this one, maybe the Miasma, that's basic site plan for what the hotel looks like. So the road comes up through the residential lot and then turns around here. There's the hotel with parking to the east and north of it.
I think they need a lot of it because if people come and bring their boats or whatever.
Well, maybe with this access, will they be entitled to a big dock?
Yes, you know, when you look at this one again, that extension of what is Lot 4, it actually goes to the high water mark of the lake. So they do have some lakeshore access there. They would intend to put out a dock there where they could rent some slips out to take pictures.
The DNRs?
Yep, they're not,
Couldn't block it.
no, they need to just meet their basic requirements and their own.
That might be
The dock
a pretty good deal, you know, if you don't have to put your boat on a trailer.
Friday night, somebody said to me, oh, thank God for my family comes in, let's get a hotel. Yeah.
I don't know where all the people were there this weekend, but there were so many cars along those little cabins. If everybody was staying in those cabins, they had to be wall-to-wall people.
Yeah.
Very
Okay,
good.
like that, absolutely. But
So how's the performance of the business been in Denison?
couldn't prove it.
They were pleased, of course, they have the conference center, the golf course there, but this, of course, will have like, and the committee did get together and surveyed all the businesses and the homes and the, class reunions, I mean, all kinds of stuff. They put together information, so.
I mean, it's a nice development. That's
Yes, absolutely.
In fact, people from the high school reunion from Stack already found a place to stay. I said, well, we might have a hotel.
There you go. But, you know, as far as doing any study on a feasibility study, that type of stuff, they have conducted a feasibility study at Iowa State Extension do this for them. And everything came back real positive on the feasibility study.
Highway 71, 175. They'll never, you know, the state will never back away from their commitment on 175. I don't think so.
No. That's a
Yeah,
really good road,
because, you know, I was pulling a trailer west of Lake David. There's some issues that I got to thinking that, well, in the case where 71 goes north, the country club and Highway 20 can let it to. It'd be nice if they brought that up to
their
their standard before they transfer it to Sutter County. We'll have to,
That was
we need to talk about it.
we did very well in that negotiation.
We got the bridge, I mean, the bridge is built.
Well, and the other part of getting an inflation factor, and with us not knowing when they were going to do that, they come up significantly in their base rate plus inflation. So
I'm going to be at the meeting Friday.
I felt pretty good about how that turned out, because without the inflation factor and no commitment as to when it might be done, we ended up, I felt good about where we ended up with that.
So the need for the water.
Well, let's take a look at the infrastructure first. Basically, the city has entered into a development agreement with the firm that says the city would install infrastructure to the site. Now, if this little line across the road is pretty important, because that actually is the end of the infrastructure for the site. Everything from that on north is just included in the planning, would be dedicated, but nothing would be constructed right now. So we would install water, we'd install sanitary sewer, which ends up being a gravity feed line that we get over there. We'd install some storm sewer, and then we'd also install the street.